Hey guys, welcome to my report about the Supra. This is a continuation of the series, where in the last episode we found out that there's some problem with the paint. Today, I'll try to guide you through this episode so you can really understand what's going on here. I took the car to Krzysiek, who painted this car. Unfortunately, we can't avoid interfering with the paint. Then Krzysiek found some great detailer who said he could handle this without any problem. And now we move forward in time, when I called Krzysiek and he tells me about the results of the detailer's work. Let's get started. Hello.
Yeah, you called.
Listen, what's the situation like now?
I'm keeping it in the sun, but nothing's changing. The stuff on the hood, we knew it wouldn't come off. It's just resin spots. Outside, they're barely visible. The fluorescent lights only make them look worse. Nothing's happening on the sides, so there's nothing to do there. The only thing left is to repaint the trunk lid.
The rear trunk lid?
The rear trunk lid.
And the hood?
And the hood, I'm telling you, in the sunlight, you have to look closely to find that resin. It's good we have fluorescent lights, because under those you can see everything. But overall, the car is a blast. That's why I wanted you to come and see this car.
So let it sit in the sun for a week, 2 or 3, and then we'll know if it keeps coming out or not.
You know, man, we have to settle up with him because he did the job.
No, come on. If the guy tells me I'm saying there was never a case where I pay you, the job's done, and half a year later it happens again. He said no, definitely not. I guarantee it'll be fine. But after a few hours, it's already happening again, so what now?
I still have to settle up with him. He did his job, I'm telling you. It showed up on those 2 parts.
He did his job, but nothing was supposed to come out. That's why we decided to go for it.
Let me sleep on it and consider how to handle it. I'll be there tomorrow and talk to him again.
All right, see you for now.
Bye.
Hello?
Hey.
Well, hi.
Listen, the car is basically assembled, yeah. He's finishing up. I think it'll be ready on Monday around 12 or 1. A technician from Noble called me because I've been in touch with him the whole time, and he's generally coming on Monday because I explained the situation to him, sent him that video you recorded about the Supra. The topic really interested him. I told him the car had been worked on because it was supposed to be a demo, but there was a mess with something going on with the paint, and he said they'll generally help out. And he's coming at 8 in the morning on Monday and should be there around 12 or 1. Because I told him, do something. I said, so much money was sent. You see, it's on your materials, so help out, right? We'll see their proposal since I explained the situation.
All right, so we'll see each other on Monday. The technician will come, and you'll be there, and we'll see what he says.
So if they're reaching out, I think there's no point in making things complicated or canceling them. Just let them come. That's it.
All right, let them take a look. We'll see each other on Monday. Well, my friends, I'm getting lost in all of this myself because it's been going on for quite a while. There are emotions because Krzysiek is my buddy. I don't want anything bad for him. I know he's a really good guy, and after 15 years, this is really his first situation like this. Of course. With whom? With me. That's why I decided to take this car to Olsztynek and not to Gdansk, because I wanted to take it to someone I trust and know that someone would really take care of my car. I know from the bottom of my heart that's what happened, but as usual, something broke for me. And damn it, give me some Baba Yaga or someone, because I wanted it to pass on to Kickster. It didn't. Oh well. And all the time, this black fate, these dark clouds are circling behind me and striking with lightning, and others are getting hit by ricochets too. And here I am, I'm on my way to Olsztyn, where I'm starting to get a bit stressed out, to be honest, because these aren't pleasant situations. Because my friend Krzysiek, who worked on this Supra, will be there. There will be a technician from Nowall and also the detailer who wanted to save the paint. And we'll see each other there soon. Hey, this is Krzysiek, hey!
Generally, he's blaming Noah, right? Why? He called, his engine broke.
Watch out, here it comes. How did his engine break down?
He's standing near Miłomłyn.
Miłomłyn? Yes. So I'll take the tow truck and go there. Where is the car?
Well, nice. So you're not going to say what it is at all? You can see the resins on the big system, but here you can see them too. No. Wait.
And how much time do you have left outside in the sun?
You know what? When the problem appeared, I called Stuff. It was about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, not more, right?
And then he's not outside anymore?
It didn't happen immediately. They were still at my garage after the anniversary.
No, I told Krishek to tell you to put him out so we would know what's going on with it.
On Sunday? The whole day? Yeah, the whole day, and after 2 hours, it already started coming out. If you had told me, listen, I'm not taking responsibility for this, I can try, and we'll see what happens, I would never have agreed. Now everything has to be torn off, that's also a cost, and I wouldn't have decided to repaint it from scratch instead of now being uncertain whether it will come out in a year or a year and a half. Now it has so much wax and...
Things like this happen and come back out, so I'm not happy about it.
Everyone wanted to do well and save the situation so there wouldn't be...
Yes, and it's still not saved.
I've heard the car is supposed to go somewhere to fix the steering, so I don't understand what's wrong or why it's not resolved.
What a guy. The situation isn't saved and I still don't know what's wrong. Man, you said you'd handle it without any problem, that these things wouldn't come up again. But after 2 hours, you said yourself that they're coming up again and it's still happening. The whole car has to go for painting again, right? So he doesn't understand what's wrong here. All right, to get to the point and solve this situation, what solution do you see here?
I see only one, you know.
No.
I told the person to just take the car, which has already been detailed, polished, and protected. Just as it was agreed, that's how it was done.
It was agreed that the paint would be fixed and that you were able to fix it. But after a few hours in the sun, the problem is back again. But, okay, there's no point in talking about it any further, because I have a different perspective on this, and you have a different perspective. Send the invoice, I'll transfer the money instantly, and you'll get it immediately. All right, I'll put it on the tow truck, you'll give me the number to that guy, and I'll catch him on the way and show it to him. My friends, at least give me a sub and hit the bell for some support. Let's keep going. All right, my friends, the Supra is behind me. Now I'm passing Ostroda and we'll look for it. The equipment from Nowal is somewhere in the forest, so we'll do an inspection in the woods. I'm moving on.
I thought it was roadside assistance, but probably not. And Malowo. So what is it? Because this car looks like a blast.
A blast? You know what? You'd have to get on the car and check the roof. There were spots everywhere, as if something was coming from under the paint, according to the painter.
Is the paint a solid color, like black or gray? Yes, that's usually due to gassing.
Gassing? What exactly is this paint gassing? Where is the problem here?
It can be in different layers. The point is that thinners that were somewhere in the paint, in the primer, or anywhere else come out over time. Yes, not at the right moment, but after some time, yes. The top layer of the paint, for example in this case, cross-linked, meaning it formed and hardened, but the thinner stayed somewhere underneath.
Hey, something fell there too.
You're here, and this paint seems fizzy to me. You know, there are some little defects, like something fell on it or something like that, but if it was a pure solid, then there's too much effect there. And you know what? You didn't even really need to call anyone over. Just in the future, a simple magnifying glass, and you could see everything. When I came to pick up the hood, it was just everywhere. That's why I asked them, because there's no light here. I thought maybe it was some metallic or something, like some crumbs. But no, there are holes everywhere. Everything here is a bit vaporized, right? This paint is cured. Yeah, it's hard.
How? You just scratched it now.
No, it wasn't me.
You just scratched my paint.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on! As you can see, sir, my paint is scratched now.
Is this mine?
Yes, this wasn't here before.
I'd like to weigh in here, because I was just helping out here. I don't even know myself.
No, it's all scratched up. God, what else? That's the thing with this paint. A wheel jumped on it here and it scratched. And now you said you took it. You said it's really hardened.
But
I don't think so, since there are scratches now. Because you're doing this to show that the paint is well hardened and that there's nothing wrong, but now you've done it and there are actually a lot of scratches. This is a disaster. And now, after you wiped it with the cloth, it's already starting to fade here. So you can see what I was saying, that if the car sits for a while, it'll need to be redone all over again. And now you've scratched it for me, and it already looks dramatic here again. I can't believe it. Listen, so at this moment, the only thing that's certain is that nothing is certain. But like I just said a moment ago, in my opinion, using common sense, that guy, that man from No Wall, is right. Just like, it's a shame I can't show you. Under this high magnification, that you can see those bubbles in the paint, which means, well, the paint is gassed. Krzysiek says he's painted for 115 years and never seen anything like this. He never had a complaint, and that's true, because I've heard it more than once. That's why I still think Krzysiek is one of the best professionals I know. If I had to have a car painted again, I would still take it to him for painting. It's just that maybe, in this case, it was bad luck, and Krzysiek simply wanted too much, wanted it to be too perfect. And just like that man said, too much paint was simply applied. Not everything evaporated, and that's why we have the result we have. Ha! As you can see, time has passed since I'm wearing a new jacket and hat. So, what did I do? What happened? I left the car outside for 2 or 3 weeks to let it sit in the sun and face various weather. Then I put it back in the garage and waited for some free time until I could get back to it. Right now, I've come to pick it up. I'll load it onto the tow truck and we'll go to the detailing studio where we'll wash it and check how the paint looks. And I'll check if anything has changed for the worse or not. I hope not. So I'm getting to work and heading out for my Japanese Supra. And there she is, my baby, all covered in dust. For now, I'm not looking closely at the paint. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Let's go. All right, I made it. I landed. I came to Rafal, my friend. So today, Rafal will be in the role of the 76th expert when it comes to this whole drama. We're about to park the car and head into his detailing studio. And inside, I'll explain everything to Rafal too, because he doesn't really know anything yet. I just told him I'd come by, we'd wash the car, and he'd take a look at the paint. Now I'm switching to a time-lapse. Here's what happened. I gave my buddy the car to paint, and he painted it solid black. Everything was fine. Then I took it to Boyka for coilovers, wheels, and other work. The car sat outside at Boyka's for 3 weeks, and strange things started appearing on the paint. I didn't have time in the meantime to, wash it and so on. I didn't want to do it myself, so I wouldn't damage the paint. I put it in the garage. And now I'm here at your place to wash it, clean it, and see what condition the paint is in, to check if it's getting worse or not.
You know what, when it comes to that fading and all, it's definitely an issue with the clear coat.
In the meantime, a technician from No Wall also said that the paint has vaporized.
Exactly, so now if we manage to restore the depth and full clarity of this paint, we would need to seal it quickly with something, meaning we would have to apply a coating on it, for example.
Because that detailer used a lot of some kind of wax, or not wax, some cosmetics. It'll wash off. It'll just wash off.
Wax doesn't actually seal the outer structure, right? But if we add 2 or 3 ceramic layers...
And this paint, as a solid itself, is really soft. But this one is especially soft. The guy even came from No Wall, touched it with his fingers, and the paint was already scratched because you just saw it yourselves in the episode a moment ago, right? So let's maybe start by washing it, see what condition it's in, and then we'll continue the conversation. Because then we'll be smarter about what's actually going on here. And I'll also show you on my phone in a moment how it looked at Shiny Garage before it went to that detailer.
All right, let's get to work. Let's wash it.
Let's go! All right, my friends, the car has been moved to the clean part of the studio. So, how does it look? It's a horror show.
It's a real drama, definitely. No detailing work was done well here. We have many inclusions and unpolished swirls. I'm not sure we can show any of this on camera now. For example, here's a line like that. Can you see it?
I think you can see it. Yes, you can see it.
We have only lines like this here.
Okay.
Here, strictly after the donut, there's a straight line like this. Here, this line even goes down here, right?
Oh man, look at this. And you can definitely see it, right?
That's it, that's it.
That's a hit. Really, a hit of hits, right?
That's it, that's it.
This is crazy. My worst fears just came true, exactly as I said they would. If it stays outside any longer and it rains, all those waxes, everything that the detailer put on, will wash off. It'll all just run off. And now I'm looking at the hood. In my opinion, it's even worse than when I brought the car to him. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you'll definitely see it in the photos. You can see what the hood looks like, what condition it's in. The car, it's just a nightmare. I'm really pissed off. Because I paid him a couple thousand zlotus. The guy knew after just 2 or 3 hours that something was wrong, and he knew he messed up the job. His work didn't do anything, and now I have to keep thinking about what to do with the car. Rafal thinks it's still salvageable, because I've already heard once before that for sure. The car can be saved. We've brought back worse things. It'll be fine, 100%.
Listen, we definitely want to fix it. If we can't, we won't charge you anything. In my opinion, most of these things are...
And wait, that's something to respect, because I just heard it now, that if they don't succeed, they won't charge me. So I don't have a guarantee, but they're willing to give it a try. The terms are clear here, because I'm so pissed off that I'd gladly have the car painted again and just be done with it. I have to think about what to do. Rafal is encouraging me. Yeah.
To try to save it, I would definitely try to save most of the car. If it doesn't work out, it will really be a disaster. Then you'd have to decide to paint a single individual part and definitely not paint the whole car and get into huge costs, right?
No, man, I'm devastated. You know, just for the materials alone, it was 15 grand with the paint and everything. Krzysztof also did a lot. He put his heart into all of this. And up to now, it's really hard to say what the cause is. Another one. Listen. Another expert. Another opinion. What's your opinion? Are you even able to figure out why this happened with the paint?
I'll tell you this, for sure. If you say you didn't drive the car after the detailer's work, then I can say that after polishing, the paint definitely wasn't protected with anything.
It wasn't protected because he said he...
Wax also serves as protection.
Yes, because he said he would wax it and put on some waxes, some things like that. But for me, since I'm not a specialist, I think that wax, when it gets heat, sun, water, rinsing, sooner or later, it's going to wash off, right?
You know what? Acid rain, mainly acid rain, right? That's what affects it the most.
So it's not like I think that it's just going to wash off.
It's not exactly that it will wash off. You're partly right. Wax isn't something permanent. It's just a temporary effect. The manufacturers like Fuso or others, they claim 12 months.
Okay, so in other words, what? You strip it off, do something to make it shine.
Ceramic, definitely ceramic. And with this type of paint, I mean black uni, first you need to cure the quartz, and only then cure the ceramic as well. Because the car didn't have any hydrophobic coating on it. And in the meantime, we found out that the car had been sanded with abrasives.
We called Krzysztof. Say hi to him.
The car was sanded with 3 grits, so the painter, whom we thank, told us not to sand it, saying there's no space left.
Because that detailer really took off everything he could, and there's very little paint left. It's a disaster. There are pits, like dots, literally every half a centimeter. And honestly, I don't know what to do. Let me know in the comments what you would do in my place, because I haven't made a decision yet. Would you still try to save a car like this with another detailer? Or would you take it straight to a body shop? And man, seriously, if someone just came to you off the street, how much money for something like this, you know? You have a Supra. You have a story like mine. What would you do here? How much would it cost?
You know what? I'll tell you this. We would definitely approach it like this, that we make a strong cut, measure the paint, maybe in places where we can't use sandpaper. We cut the paint, polish it, apply quartz and ceramic, and that's the only solution for now.
Actually, between
3 and 5,000.
3 to 5,000 zlotys, and how long does that take?
7 whole days.
7 business days.
That's right. One worker will spend 7 days on this, making sure it's done right so that when you come, you'll be satisfied.
Rafal, thanks for the diagnosis, because today I learned exactly what I wanted to know. What condition the car is in, how it was after spending a few weeks outside, and then after I put it in my garage. And now everything has been cleaned and everything has come to light. My worst nightmares have come true. I know where I stand. In the next episode of this series, you'll definitely find out what decision I made. Let me know if you'd like to see how Rafal saves this car, and how it looks step by step, because we didn't see how that detailer did it. And here we can see that he probably did it wrong. My friends, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for your engagement and for watching the episode until the end. Let us know in the comments. At least give us a thumbs up to sweeten things up, because I'm really super annoyed. And we'll see each other in 2 weeks in the next episode. Take care and stay warm.
Oh.